Today, I want to give you a few practical tips for finding your first design job. Maybe you're about to finish university, or you are just graduated, or you are self-taught and you are looking for that first work experience. Regardless of that, finding your first job can be really overwhelming. But the thing is that it is not that difficult, and there are proven ways that can put you on the right path. By the end of this video, you will have a plan in hand to start applying right away. So let me show you these steps. The first thing, and probably the most important, and you've seen it all over the place, is to have a really solid portfolio. Regardless of the type of work that you want to do, if it's UX design or graphic design, the thing is that you must have a portfolio, a way to show your work and your skills. But here's the thing, not any portfolio will work. The first thing that you have to have in mind is that you need to show the type of work that you want to be doing in the future. So if you want to do UX design, you can't show branding projects. The main focus of your portfolio has to be on UX projects. This way you are showing the right skills for the right job. You can always have a tab on your website that says playground or experimentations, where you add other types of design and you show that you have other skills. But if you only have a main page with your work, that has to be focused on the type of work that you want to do. The other important thing to remember is to have a well-designed portfolio. We are designers, we are visual people, so the way we organize and style our portfolio counts as well. So make sure that your information is clear, you are saying exactly what you want to be saying, and it is visually pleasing. To do that, if you don't currently have a portfolio, a website, I really suggest you to use tools like Simplice or Framer or Webflow. First, because they are no-code website builders, which means that you can quickly put a website together, but also because they are already nice and they already look good. So you don't have to do a lot of work in that sense. You can simply grab a template, add your information, and you'll be done. You'll have your portfolio. It is important as well because these tools will allow you to have a URL, so a website that you can share with different people. And I really suggest you to have a live website with all your work because it's easier to access. You can share that link with anyone and they don't have to download a PDF or any kind of document, but also because it's much easier to update. So as soon as you have a new project, you can just upload it there and you'll be done. So let's talk in practical terms. What should your portfolio have? Now, in my opinion, I always think that less is more. So I try to go for a minimal look, a minimal content, just to show what's essential. So let's have a look at a breakdown of what I think, in my experience, a portfolio should have. Now, this case is focused on a UX designer portfolio. This is very minimal. It only has 3 projects, but it shows exactly what I want to show. In my opinion, the homepage should be a link directly to your project, especially now. People don't know you, they don't have a context of who you are. You can add a bit of a tagline saying your name and what you are interested in doing and what you want to do for a job. But I would say that right away, jump onto the projects. So let's have a look at a projects page and what I think it is the most essential thing to show. At the top, I would show a brief description of the project with a bit of information on the client or the brand or whoever's behind it. You can always say that it's a personal project, so that's absolutely fine. But then right away, I would specify your role in the project. Now, most of the times you won't be doing everything and you will work in collaboration with others. So specify what your focus was or what you did and the specific tasks that you did in the project, and also if you collaborated with others and what their roles were. So in this case, if I were a UX designer working on information architecture and user flows, but I didn't do any of the wireframes, I would like to say that. So my focus is on that side and not show wireframes. Then I would go into more detail on the tasks that I perform. So if I define personas, I would explain what I did. I would share a couple of screenshots of the personas and write about the thinking behind it. The most essential thing here is to explain the process behind and highlight some of the challenges and successes. What was the thinking behind? Why do you decide to go for that approach, or what made you accomplish that final result? So why you made some decisions, what were some of the challenges, and just focus on those areas. A quick tip that has proven really useful in my career is to share my portfolio with others. So for instance, if I create a new project page with a new project that I've done, I would share this link with a friend that doesn't know anything about the project. And then I will ask them if they understood everything, if the information is clear, if it is well explained, if it has enough information basically to understand what the project was about and what I did in it. This way, if you share it with a friend that doesn't know anything about the project and they are able to explain to you what the project was about, you'll see if there is enough information or if it's clear or you need to add or take something from it. If you are self-taught or you don't have enough experience on the type of design discipline that you want to get in, I suggest you look for fake design briefs. There are tons of places out there, from Instagram accounts to websites, that offer briefs based on a different skill set. So maybe you are looking for a branding or identity case or a UX design brief. There are tons of those, and I'm gonna link a few in the description, but just do your research and look for fake design briefs. I would always suggest to go for real clients and real projects because they show that you have the experience working with others and working in a real life scenario. However, if that is the case and you haven't done any real life project, doing one of these design briefs, it's completely fine. And you can add it to your portfolio to show that you are building up your skills. Once you have your website set up, your portfolio with the projects that you want to show, with the right amount of information, in a way that it is well designed and visually pleasing, it is time to apply for jobs. So the key thing here is to find what's the right job for you. You should be looking for jobs with internship or junior or entry level in the title or somewhere in the description. Sometimes you will find jobs that don't have any of these terms in the description, but still you can apply. My advice here is to always look at the requirements and the type of experience that they ask for. When you look at the requirements, make a list of all the things that they are asking for, and then make a list of all the things that you are missing from those requirements. I would say don't worry if you don't fulfill all of the requirements that they're asking for, but aim at around 75% of them. Then you'll know that you could be a good fit for that job. You can also get in touch with a company directly and ask if they're doing internship programs or if they're looking for junior designers. Starting your experience as an intern can put you in the right path for your career because you are getting real life experience in a company for a period of 3 or 6 months, and then you might get a real offer from that same company as a junior, or you will already have that experience to start applying to other companies. So in my experience, right out of university, I did an internship during 3 months, and after that I got offered a junior position in the same company where I stayed for around 4 years. There's always that discussion on what to do with unpaid internships. In my opinion, and I know I haven't done this in the past, but you should always get paid for your job, regardless of what that is. You are putting in hours, you are taking your skills, which you have, even if it's not a lot of experience, and you are doing a job that should get paid. I think that's the end of the question. You should get paid for your work, and that's it. The other thing that some people will ask you as well is to have a CV. Now, in my opinion, CVs are not that useful anymore, especially because you will have your own URL with your experience, with an about page, and there you will show your experience and who you are. When you come out of university, you don't have a lot of work experience, so having a long CV doesn't make much sense, in my personal opinion. Still, if they ask you a CV, what I suggest you do instead is to make sure your LinkedIn page is up to date. For the same reasons as having a website, it's really easy to update in case you have new experience, and also it's really easy to share it with everyone else and connect with people directly on the platform. So on your LinkedIn page, make sure that you're using the right keywords, make sure that you are explaining your experience in university or if you have any other work experience or internships, and also name your skills. That way it's easier for recruiters and for companies to find you in the platform. And you can also use it to connect with people in the industry, to senior designers, to companies, to creative directors, to anyone really. So, okay, Here's the plan. You have a portfolio, a website. Your LinkedIn page is also ready to go. It has keywords, it shows your experience. You can export the CV out of there if needed, so that is set up. And you might have a list of jobs that you want to apply for. You have a list of requirements, you have a list of things that you are missing from those requirements, so you are in a good place to start. Unfortunately, and this is the hard truth, is that having all of that won't give you a job right away. And that is the sad truth. There is an element of luck in all of this that unfortunately we can't control. However, and this is what I think is really important and why I'm doing this video, having this framework, having this plan in hand, having all the documents set up to apply as soon as possible to any job position will put you in the right path and will improve your chances to get hired. Even if you've done all of this and still haven't found your first job position, my honest advice is to persevere and to don't stop applying and just keep going, because eventually it will come up. So I know this is quite a bit to digest in terms of information, in terms of things to do. So I'm more than happy to go into more detail with any of these. Let me know in the comments if you have other advice for people to find their first job in the design industry. And also remember to like and subscribe to this channel, because this is not the last video that I want to do about how to get started in design. Also, I've left in the description a link to 30 free days of Skillshare Premium that you can use however you want to build up your skills and maybe learn how to use Webflow or Simplis or Framer to create your portfolio. I really hope all these tips are useful to you and you are able to start applying them right away. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.